I always try to preach wagons over crossovers. We love the long roofs here in the Hooniverse. That's our preferred mode of transportation if we need to shuttle people and things. Crossovers are crossovers. They're not real cars. However, in 1999, Audi unleashed a car based on the Audi A6. It's called the Allroad, and it was kind of a precursor, if you don't go back all the way to the AMC Eagle, to the modern crossover. It was still a wagon though, it was still cool. It had some amazing technical features, adjustable suspension, it had a twin-turbo 2.7 liter engine. On top of that, it was one of the only car-based SUVs that could pass the Land Rover test course. That's saying something. Audi's back though. They've got a brand new Allroad. This is the A4 Allroad, and it might not be ready to live up to the hype that the A6 Allroad generated. We're gonna take a deeper look though, because maybe Audi is bringing back something special. Let's dive in. So it looks like you're looking at your standard A4 Avant, but you look closer, there's some differences. First up, there's the grille. I don't love this thing. I like the big black Audi blacked out grille. Those are cool. This has got some chrome bits on it and it looks too fancy for a car that you want to get dirty. Don't like it. Do like the LED daytime running headlights though. Those are sharp, those stand out. Now the other bit to let you know that this is not your average A4 Avant is the plastic cladding on the side. It's essentially an Audi A4 Avant that's wearing big waders, so you can get muddy, you can get dirty, and you can have a little bit more fun with the car. It's still wearing Pirelli tires though, beefy 245 series tires, but from there on out, it basically looks like an A4 Avant, and there's nothing wrong with that because the A4 Avant is a good looking car. The Allroad just happens to look like it's ready to get dirty, and I can live with that, minus the grille. So this is what the Audi Allroad looks like clean. I want to see what it looks like dirty. Pretty sweet, huh? Nice and dirty. Let's talk about how we were able to do this though. So how did we do that? Well, besides just planting our right foot to the carpet, we used the motor. Under the hood is a 2-liter inline-4 cylinder turbocharged engine. It's good for about 200 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. That doesn't sound like much because this is not a light vehicle. It's not as fun maybe as that old twin-turbo 2.7 liter, which I believe was closer to 250 horse. The thing though, it's paired with a very smooth shifting 8-speed paddle shiftable Tiptronic transmission that you could put into sport, drive, shift it yourself, paddles on the steering wheel, and it's very smooth cruising down the highway. When you're cruising through mud, just leave it in first, keep your right foot planted, let the all-wheel drive do the thing, turn traction control off, and turn into the skid. But that's not all this car is about. And it's not quite as adventurous as, say, the old Allroad. There's some problems I have with calling this an Allroad. The old car had adjustable suspension. You could go up to 8 inches and down to 6 inches. This car sits at 7.1 inches. That's a good amount of ground clearance. But what you're doing by not making it adjustable, and this car that we're driving isn't fitted with Audi Drive Select, which is an option, but it's not on this car, even though it costs $50,000. Base price of $39,000, the one we're driving has everything pretty much except Drive Select, which I would imagine firms up that suspension a little bit, but we don't have that. So what we do have is an A4 Avant that's slightly more body rollish or wallowy than your standard A4 Avant, so it sometimes feels a little odd on the highway, but you get used to it quick. It takes an extra second to set up in turns, but that's all right. Once you realize that it's going to hold, you just hold on, you keep going, and the car's gonna make it through the turn. You're gonna be fine. It just is a little bit unnerving compared to what else is out there. The motor, despite sounding like it should be underpowered, isn't. There's a good amount of power there. This thing gets okay fuel economy for what it is. So is the new Allroad any good? Yes, it is good. It's not as interesting as the old Allroad. It's not as good as a value proposition if you get a heavily loaded one. At $39,000, this is a fantastic car. It's a wagon you can have fun in. We had fun in it. At $50,000, as much as I don't like crossovers, the one that got me into crossovers was the Audi Q5. Why not just get the Audi Q5 at that point? You're getting more vehicle. And that pains me to say it because I do love wagons. This just isn't as interesting as the original Allroad. It's not as good on-road as a regular Audi A4 Avant. So you're paying more for something that's not that special. It's fun. It's got a good motor, it's got a great transmission, it's got great features. My phone is connected to the 3G Wi-Fi right now. I'm looking at Google Maps. I've got great gauges. I've got access to everything at my fingertips. I'm just not in love with it. And I should be, because it is a wagon. It's an Audi German wagon. It's got a fun motor. And as you saw, you can have fun in this car. You can have plenty of fun, especially with that 7 inches of ground clearance. There's just something missing. And it's the original all-road magic.